Hello everyone and welcome to the Telegeek. On today's video, we're going to have a detailed walkthrough on the if formula. If is a fantastic formula that helps us identify quickly whether our data meets a specific condition we want to test. For any questions you might have throughout this video, leave a comment down below and I will try to help you as best as I can. So let's get started. We're going to use the same dataset we used on the Formulas 101 video. Go check it out if you haven't already or you need a recap on that. The if function belongs to the logical functions category. How it works is that we set up a condition we want to test and the function returns one value if the condition we set is true and another value if it is not true. Let's start by having a quick walkthrough on our dataset. We're having a store that sells clothes, and our dataset includes the product number, department number, category, color, the original sale price, our cost for each garment, our profit for selling one piece of clothing, and the discount sale price, which we set in the previous video as a 10% discount from the original sale price. Let's say that we changed our mind regarding the campaign we want to run. And instead of discounting the entire assortment by 10%, we only want to campaign for products that have discounted sale price below 30 euros. We can potentially do that by coming to the filters and try to filter the prices we need by using number filters, or try to select the prices we want one by one, which can be a tedious process for large datasets. So let's try to use the if function instead. For you that see this formula for the first time, we will start by clicking on the insert function button in order to get detailed information on how to navigate the if function. We type if on the search bar, we press go, and we choose the first option. The first thing we see is the description of the formula. Checks whether condition is met and returns one value if true and one other if false. We will start by inserting the logical test we want. In this case, it is whether the discount price is lower than 30 euros. So we just click on the discount price and type the lower symbol and then type 30. If we want to do lower or equal, we will have to add the lower symbol first and then the equal symbol, followed by the number 30. On the next line, we need to tell our function what to do if the sale price is actually lower than 30. Let's keep it simple by typing the word yes. And on the next line, we need to tell our function what to do when the price is not lower than 30. Let's just type the word no. We can see that it automatically adds the double quotation marks, which is what we always need to use when we type a text phrase within a function. Let's see the results of our function. The first one is no, because it's not lower or equal to 30. Then we have yes, no, no. Now that we have our yeses and our nos, we can easily sort or even delete the nos. Select only the yeses, and these are the products we're going to have in our campaign. Since we created the formula on the formula window, let's look at the formula itself. Once we open the parentheses, we choose the cell we want to put the requirement on, and then the requirement itself. And after the semicolon, we see that the word yes is between double quotation marks. And we can also see the value if the requirement is true and if it is false. Now let's take it to the next level. We decided that we want to change the campaign and we want to use products that are below 30 euros, but are only women's clothing. We can easily achieve this in two ways. The first way is to put an if formula within an if formula. If you need a detailed refresher on how to do that, I'll put the link in the description and up there. But let's have a quick walkthrough. We start with a logical test as always. we put a semicolon, and once we move to the logical test true section, we will delete the yes, and we are going to create our second if formula. We type if, we open another parenthesis, we choose the department, and we type equal. Double quotation marks, since we will type text, we type women, and we close the double quotation marks. We have to be careful when we type the text to be exactly the same as the value in our dataset to avoid mistakes. So now we are on the second if formula, and we say if B2, the department, is women, we type semicolon, and here we add the yes. Semicolon, no, we close the parenthesis, semicolon, and we close the parenthesis. A good tip here regarding the parenthesis is to pay attention to the color of it to understand where we are. So we close it, and then we're on the false statement of the first if, and we press enter. As a result, we see that the products that have yes are the ones of the women department below 30 years. The second way to reach the same result is to use a different function within our original if function. If we want to have multiple requirements, we can come in the logical test and type the function AND. We read the short description, which says checks whether all arguments are true and returns true if all the arguments are true. This is very useful if we want to have several arguments, and we can even close the parentheses if we feel more comfortable with it. We add the first requirement that the price is below 30, and then we add the second requirement, B2 equals men, just for a change. The result shows a yes for men's products under 30 euros. We can also have the second if on the if false part that will happen in the case where we want to create a campaign that is either leggings or blouses. We use the same process. We start with a logical test, but we chose the category cell. This time we type equal, open the double quotation marks, and write leggings. Add the semicolon, we type yes, and another semicolon, and now we add the second if, and we write that the category is equal to blouse. We add yes on the if true value, otherwise no. We close the parenthesis for the second if, and then we need to close the parenthesis for the first if. We see that everything that is yes is leggings and blouses. The only thing I would like to highlight here is to be careful on the parentheses so that you open and close them correctly, and also use the small help pop-up window over here in case you get confused. Now let's see what we do if we want to say that something is not equal to something else. So let's change our campaign and include all our products except from leggings. What we have already written here is that if it's leggings, return yes. However, in order to change it to not leggings, we delete the equal and type the smaller than and the bigger than signs. We see the results, and all the products are yes, apart from the leggings. The second way we can do this is to keep the equal, but instead come behind the requirement, and the same way we added the AND function before, we can use the NOT function. Even if we write equal in the requirement, the NOT function turns it to not equal, and we see that the result remains the same. That was it for today's video. I hope I did not confuse you too much, and I hope it gave you a good understanding about how to use the if formula. Feel free to like and subscribe if you find the video useful and you're interested in more content like that. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye!